Hello, good morning. It has been a long time since I've been on YouTube. It's been a long time since I've been live, but I have been promising myself, and well, rather than promising myself, really, my conscience, my spirit have been telling me that this is what I'm supposed to do. It's not my favorite thing to do, but when your spirit, your gut, what I call God's unique touch speaks to you, then you should listen to it. So let me first introduce myself to those of you that have never met me. My name is Alice Walker Beecham. I'm a life coach, a author, and a course creator. On this channel, I have pivoted. I have went from one thing to the other, trying to find exactly where I belong. And that's some of the reason why it's been so long since I've been on the channel. I am what I want to do, and I'm going to do on this channel, is I'm going to have conversation with women 50 plus about how we can manifest the life that God has promised to us. And in this video, what I want to talk to you about, I ask you a question. How's your relationships going? Relationships. That's a big mouthful. We all have relationship. There's different kind of relationships. Most of the time when we think about relationship, we think about a relationship maybe on a romantic side, but there's so many more relationships. And those relationships actually play into the romantic relationship. Now, the relationship I want to talk to you about today, two relationships. The first one, and the most important one, is your relationship with God. How is your relationship with God? One of the reason, and some of the reason that I haven't been on this channel doing video is my relationship with God. Now, somewhere along the line, I decided that if I just maybe post and didn't get on video, that God and I had made a deal that would be okay. But for some reason, I believe, and people keep telling me that this is what I should do. I should get on here and I should talk and just to share my thoughts and what I have learned along the way. And hopefully it will encourage someone. So let's get back to that relationship with God. If you don't have some people, now I'm not telling you or trying to encourage you to believe what I believe, because what you believe, that's very personal, and is something, it will not be sincere if you do it because someone else said it. It's something that have to start from the inside. And when it starts from the inside, whether you call it God, Jehovah, whatever you call it, I call it God because to me, God is the master of the universe, not the universe, but the master of the universe. So when I have that relationship with who I'm calling God, I know that this is the master of the universe. This is the master of all things. So if I have that personal relationship with him, then I'm secure and I don't have to worry about all these things that's going on in life, especially this day and time. For me, I need to nurture my relationship. I need to nurture my relationship as with God because there's just too many things going on in the world that I can't do anything about, and it's just too much. So what I'm inviting you, asking you to just think about, do you have a relationship with God? And how do you nurture that relationship? And if you have that strong relationship, do you see it working in your life each day? Now, I have a personal relationship with God, and at one time, I thought I could only go to God when it was big things. If I wanted to, say, if I wanted a new job, or if I was buying a house, and big things, if I was ill. But because of my personal relationship with God that I now have, I go to God with everything. A funny little story. The other day, I decided I need to start decluttering my office. I need to declutter it so I can work better, so I can get in, I can be more creative. Because sometimes I come in my office, guys, and I'm sitting in here and I will search for 10 minutes for a pencil, trying to find a pencil. And I'm a writer. I have pencils everywhere, but it's the clutter. And it's that clutter when we have that relationship with God, he will help us to get rid of some of that clutter. Just like the clutter in my office, there's clutter in our mind from day to day living, from the things that's going on in the world. And that's why I, for me, I have to have a personal relationship with God. A personal relationship with God enables me to, allows me to not have to worry about the politics, the wars going on. I can give that to him because he's the master of the universe. And if he's the master of the universe and I have faith in my God, then I believe that I don't have to worry about that. No matter how it looks, it's not the way it looks. There is something completely different going on that's beyond my ability to figure out. So that's why I'm asking, how is your relationship with God? And I'm also encouraging you to build that relationship with God because there is going to come times in your life when things happen that are out of your control, when things happen that it's just too much. You know, it's just too much. You want to give yourself a time out from life. That's when, if you have that strong relationship with God, that's when you can take all of that and just give it to Him. The other great benefit of having a relationship with God is it helps you to build an internal relationship with yourself. There's most of the time when it come to God, whatever you call it, what you believe in, you it's like that. Go to church on Sunday. That go to church on Sunday, and what you do in church, and then on Monday you go back, then you pick it up again, maybe the next Sunday. But that personal relationship allows you to have that awareness, that presence within you, with you each day. Now, I kind of got off subject when I was talking about the clutter that I was telling you about in my office, and how I decided. And I just spoke it. I said, wow, God, I really need to declutter my office so I can start thinking more clear, so I can be more creative. And I come downstairs. I said it one night. I come downstairs the next day. I sit to my computer, I turn it on, and I have no internet. Everything I do is I need internet. I had no internet. And I'm like, what? So I start thinking, okay, my computer is broken. I checked, my computer wasn't broken. Then I thought, okay, let me call my internet provider and see what's going on. Finally got in touch with them after talking to a few robots. I got in touch with a real human being, and they said, oh, the internet is out in your area, and we will try to get it back on by 10. Now, I had got up early because I was going to get on my computer, and I had these things planned that I was going to do. I was going to really, you know, make progress that day. And I get down and my internet is out. So I think, now what am I going to do? So I decided, well, I could organize these files, and then I could label them. I could put all my art, um, my paints and brushes and things, and organize them and put them in the place that they belong. And before I know it, I was sitting here decluttering my office, and the thought came to me, wow, I just said that to God last night. I said I needed to declutter my office. And I really wouldn't have done it if my internet hadn't went out. So that's why I said, when you have that personal relationship with God, you'll see little things like that happens in your life. Those little things, and you think back, you know what? I just asked God about it. I just said that last night. I just said that last week. And now here it is. So that's one of the benefits of having that personal relationship with God. He will be there when you least expect him. He will be there. So and the other thing is to create and nurture a relationship. If you have a strong relationship with God, you can also build a strong relationship with yourself, because you'll have self confidence, you'll have self worth, you will have the ability to keep going even when you want to stop. There's so many times that I want to stop, and probably everybody in life. It's times that happen that we just want to stop. We want to give up. We're tired. we just, it's like, God, I can't do this anymore. I don't see progress. I need a win. And sometimes we get those wins and we don't even recognize, like the decluttering. That was a win for me. I got to declutter my office, but I didn't even recognize it as a win until really I was just talking to you. And I realized that was a win. That was a win for me. So create. I don't want to stay on here long, but I did want to come on and to ask you, how is your relationship with God? Are you nurturing it? Do you have one? And as you nurture your relationship with God, you will also start nurturing your relationship with yourself, your internal relationship. And those are the two relationships before you go into any other type of relationships. Those are the two relationships that you really need to nurture, that you really need to build on. And if you build on those two relationships, you can build a life well traveled. So this is Alice Walker Beecham. For everyone that see this video, wherever you are, wherever in the world, I encourage you and I to create that relationship with God, to create that relationship with self. And as you create those strong relationships, then you can be a different relationship. You can work on a relationship with your children, with your parents, with your friends, with your finance. Yeah, finance. You can have a relationship with finance, you know, with your health, with your future. But first, I do encourage you, learn, think about it, you know, think about it and create a strong relationship with the higher power that you believe in so that moment, sorry about that, so that when things get tough, when you can't find your way, you will always be able to know that you are never alone because you've created that relationship. You are never not heard because you created that relationship. And you will never have to be unseen because you created that relationship. So, Alice Walker Beecham, wishing you a great day wherever you are in this world. Please subscribe, share, and like. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.